I'm Mike Hover. I'm here at Hypno Comics. Going to do some comedy. Let's hope the laughs. I pay them. I pay the audience to laugh. So let's roll them dice.
All right, we're going to kick it off with a new guy. Very funny man. Runs a great geek website or geek podcast called Geektastic. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Mike Hover. All right, give it up.
And maybe hit up on the ladies. Probably won't work, but someone's got to try. It's a Saturday night. It's got to work.
A little bit about myself. I get odd looks in laundromats when I wash my Starfleet uniform. Normal people don't understand. Ladies, I'm a catch. You know? Most guys who own one of those have their moms do their laundry for them. So, bachelor's in arts. I know how to do my wash. You separate your Star Wars shirts from your Star Trek shirts. You don't want them to bleed over. You get a Chewbacca Spock that's highly illogical. And also copyright infringement. Paramount does not like my fan fiction.
Genesis of geek comedy? Well, I'm assuming a guy with glasses fell down and then someone made fun of him, and thus geek comedy was born. No, I think it just happened one day at like a comic book shop like this. Just geeks and nerds just joking around and say, hey, maybe I can do 5 minutes at the local Chuckle Hut, and there you go. I think that's how it happened.
It's a great time to be a geek and a nerd, right? It's a great, no, okay, F them. No, you set the groundwork. Screw nerds. 10 years ago, if I was wearing this shirt, guess who's going to prom alone? You don't have to laugh that hard. It's not a video yearbook. But now people think I'm being ironic. Joke's on them. I really like Star Wars. Yeah. Losers.
But no, I mean, geek comedy, it's a different mixture. I mean, it's not your typical sitcom, like everyday kind of laugh. It takes a lot more energy to write. And you have to have that certain audience. You got to make sure that you got everybody on board with you. If it's a little bit harder, but a little bit more challenging. But if you love what you write, they'll love you for it.
Driving up here, I saw the license plate HRD CORE hardcore on a smart car. Listen, the only way that's going to be badass if you're hitting other cars with Koopa shells and laying banana peels for escape. That's the only way that go-kart's going to be badass. Yeah, right? Oh, mystery box. What? It's a carpool lane. Hey, that's good. There we go. I've never been in a smart car because I kind of value my life. But if it ever breaks down, all you have to do is blow into the cartridge. What? That's 2 Nintendo jokes in a row.
Oh, a geek will get any kind of reference I make, either if it's from the 80s or from the 90s or dare I say 2000s. If I can make at least one really good reference that would make me laugh, but also get a laugh out of them, the heavens above will open and shower me with glorification and laughter.
I found out my phone is a bigger geek than I am when it autocorrected the name Gandalf during a text. The Hobbit was around the corner. It was kind of wild. I wanted to find out how many gigs a dweeb are in the manufacturing set of an iPhone, so I decided to test it out and type in really specific sci-fi words. I mean, stuff you would hear at a D&D game, probably in this room, you know? But I typed in like really like Minas Tirith, Cthulhu, card maneuver. The phone got it all right. It was great. 2 minutes later, I get a text from my mom asking me if this was my birthday wish list. Guess who's getting a Lego Death Star for his 28th birthday? You know what I'm saying? Miss Padawan, what? Yeah. Now I have 2. One is always under construction. Come on, yes! I'm wearing the shirt! Oh, gosh, eHarmony. Anyway.
Well, I'm going to be talking a little bit. I have superpowers. Shh, I'm going to kind of reveal myself. No phone booth necessary.
I have superpowers. Doctor calls them allergies, but they are, in fact, superpowers. I turn strength into weakness. You know, my My main ability is to turn my face into Quasimodo. Anytime I take a pure aspirin, that's fun to find out on a first date, you know. It's like, pass the bread. I love you. It's like, no, deal breaker. But not, you know, how could that be a power? How can that be useful, right? Well, last year I had tickets to Comic-Con. I'm assuming a lot of people have been to Comic-Con. Everybody been to? Okay, if you haven't, just imagine Mardi Gras with no boobs. That's what Comic-Con is. Just a lot of cleavage. Just I don't know how to talk to you. And or beads. That's the problem too. But I had tickets to Comic-Con. The problem was I didn't have the vacation time to go. You know, what's a guy like me to do? You know, use my superpowers. That's right. You know where this is headed. So at work, I induced an allergic reaction. That's right, 28. I induced an allergic reaction at my cubicle. 30 minutes later, my boss came over and was like, why aren't you picking up the phone? I just turned around at him and looking like Sloth from Goonies, like, Baby Ruth, let's go! Whoa. You, sir, are a liability. Go. And it worked. I got not only sick pay, but runner-up at the costume contest. So use what you got is what I'm talking about, right? I mean, you have a great smile. You use that all the time. I have glasses. They're not for show. I can't see. But if I take them off, sir, you look like you're enjoying my set. I mean, you got to use what you got. Don't beat me up. You look like... Yeah, I'll do your math homework. What are you, in high school? Anyway,
I'll talk a little bit about my work, my loves for like Star Trek and Star Wars.
I have a day job, of course. Everybody have a day job. You gotta pay rent. And but I have a pretty cool day job, though. What I do is I watch movies for a living. What? It can happen. I'm your future. I gotta know people. And what I do is I do film preservation. I watch movies from the 30s and 40s. And I clean them up for future generations. How awesome is that? I'm like a lame Indiana Jones. Just go in there and say, no more Nazis. Here we go. And a lot of Nazis in Citizen Kane. You don't know because I work on it. It's great. Like 30 years of like progress out the window when I come into work. It's ridiculous because I'm watching movies from the 30s and 40s. Like, you know, I'm cleaning up racism and sexism and all the isms. It's horrible. I clock in. I take a smoke break indoors. Yeah, I know. What was this, 1998? I see the secretary. I slap her on the ass. She makes me a pot roast. Yeah. Having trouble with my computer. I call the IT guy. I call him Oriental. Horrible. He's Asian. He's not a rug. That's the joke. Racism. In entertainment, you know, it's difficult because I find myself surrounded by all the things that I love, you know? Like, recently I just got to work with LeVar Burton. What? I'm a big fucking deal! Yeah, for those of you who know, it was Star Trek, nostalgic roots, whatever. And, it was great. It was my like 6-year-old birthday wish come true, finally, to work with LeVar Burton. It was awesome. I mean, every day I walked a fine line between being fired and restraining order. It was like, I just like, he would say my name. He would say, hey, Mike, that was a great scene. I'm like, oh, thanks, LeVar. Butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, reading a rainbow. That was a great scene. It was really.
Yeah, I mean, geek comedy is definitely exploded over the years. I mean, because not only are we going out more, but we're taking control over the world, you know? I mean, it's stuff like this at like Hypno Comics and Comics on Comics and like just the convention scene alone. We're kind of getting out of the stereotypical basement and having a ball. So I think geek comedy will soar in the next at least 10 years, and then it'll die off. And then it'll come back again and resurges in a golden era.
Hey, Mike, do you have another card joke to kind of wrap it up? I sure do, audience. I like to listen to audiobooks. Does anybody else like to listen to audiobooks? Yeah, that's right. Reading's for chumps! But I love it. I get into it. It's a problem. Like, I was listening to Harry Potter, and I know, I'm a little behind. It's okay. and they're cheaper now. It's on a disc, and no longer the hardback. And I get into it, and if you haven't done it, not necessarily Harry Potter, but anyone, try it. You get into it. I mean, just imagine you could be whisked away to Hogwarts. Listen to Hermione whip up a polyjuice potion while you're stuck on the freeway. It's amazing. Just get in. Expecto Patronum. You know, it's like, oh, yes, I'm ready for the date. The problem is, the other cars around you are looking at you alone in your car doing this. They're gonna let you merge, so try it. You're gonna get to Starbucks on time, so you can be on time.
I'm working my way up. I did the streets last year, and then hopefully I'll be right by the door, and the next a booth. Who knows? Sky's the limit.
Dare to
You know. Well, you know, it's a good dream to have. You know.
I have a nephew. Yeah, you can clap for that. I just said that. I did it, and that's weird. Ugh. She's got a couple of kids, so I got like nephews. I'm like one away from being Scrooge McDuck. Yeah. I don't have that much money. It's gonna be like a roll of quarters on a single bed. But anyway, still living the dream. And he's getting to the point where I can start buying him like really cool toys, like none of that learning crap, but like really awesome, like really cool toys. Like his birthday's coming up, and so I went to Toys R Us. I know, kind of creepy, but I says, I have a nephew. Like, we're not falling for that. But anyway, they allowed me in, and I saw this like really cool Batman playset. It was awesome. It had a sick ass wrap Joker car. I was like, yes. Not sure what to buy him yet, but I still got a couple more weeks to figure it out. Hey, my name is Mike Cover. Thank you so much for bringing up Joe. That is so cheap.